My name is Sean Weber.
I'm Blake Lehman.
I'm John Schwartz.
And this is our case study. Our TA is Luigi Rosa. This is a case involving social media privacy and protecting everyone's personal information. Social media is used every minute of every day by millions and millions of people worldwide. It connects people in almost every aspect. Anything you can imagine is now on an app store or on the web. It has become so prevalent that almost everyone uses it. For example, in the United States in 2016, there was an estimated 196 million people that use social media. This number is forecasted to exceed 216 million in the year 2021. It's amazing, but it comes with a cost. The cost is people's information being divulged on the web and being used against them. In this case, Ryan, a commercial lender for Trustee Bank, he uses social media just like anyone else to connect with friends, family, and clients that he deals with. As much as he uses and loves social media, it has come at a cost. He has had many security breaches. For instance, he has had his bank account hacked and all of his money drawn and gone from his bank account. He has had his identity stolen and his social security number being used on a fraudulent tax report, and just many other news stories and information about websites and social media being hacked worries him. He doesn't want to discontinue using Facebook as a whole, but he will if that is the price he has to pay.
So, as John mentioned earlier, Facebook has been under major scrutiny recently, and really since their launch. Their site has had many security breaches. Other social media platforms have had their fair share of similar issues, but Facebook has been the most widespread and significant due to their huge user base. In 2013, a bug exposed the email addresses and phone numbers of 6 million users, and recently this year, Facebook had their largest breach so far that revealed the information of over 50 million users. As we discussed, Ryan from the study has had previous security troubles already with his bank account and social security numbers being exposed. However, he relies on Facebook so much to connect with his customers to build stronger customer relationship bases. So not having this valuable tool to connect with these people would be a major detriment to his business.
In this case study, we represent Ryan's marketing team at Trustee Bank. Our job is not only to help Ryan solve this problem of keeping his personal information safe, such as his bank account, his social security, his personal information, such as his contact information, safe from public leaks on Facebook, but also to represent Trustee Bank as a whole and keep their interests in customer relationships, customer satisfaction, and customer outreach as a whole for our marketing team, and that's really our goal. And in this situation, there are really 3 recommendations that can be given to Ryan as the marketing team that we are. The first solution or first scenario that Ryan could take is to just delete his Facebook as entire. This would basically be wiping the slate clean, getting rid of any social media account that is risky. This is more of a knee-jerk reaction to the leaks, just saying I'm going to get rid of all my accounts, all my information, that way it can't be hacked. In this scenario that Ryan would delete his Facebook account, this would also include him using other services such as email and LinkedIn to connect with his customers because of the loss that he has now seen with Facebook. Email and LinkedIn are less risky avenues of customer relationship rather than Facebook with its personal information leak. One of the pros in this scenario is that by not using Facebook, you cannot be hacked on Facebook. That's just one less social media account that you cannot be, having your personal information leaked over, and that is one of the pros of just getting rid of social media as a whole. One of the cons of this solution is that you no longer get to use Facebook. Facebook is a great service. It we are the marketing team, and we know firsthand that Facebook allows you to reach a very wide range and a wide market with millions of users being on Facebook, being able to be easily connected and easily accessed. Facebook is a great marketing tool, and it would be a great con to no longer being able to use that tool for our business. The second solution to this scenario for Ryan to help him keep his personal information secure, as well as the marketing team to have access to customer relationship and building a stronger base, would be to improving his security on Facebook. In this solution, Ryan would keep Facebook, but he would beef up his security and his password strength, as well as using a two-factor verification on Facebook. By making your password stronger, improving the length, making it more difficult to have hackers guess it, we would have him regularly reset his password and change it. By using two-factor notification and verification, Ryan would be able to have another login for those who are trying to get into his Facebook account to access his personal information. This would include security notifications that he would receive via email or other sources whenever something strange activity is happening on his account. One of the pros of this system is that Ryan will indeed get to keep using Facebook, which is a great asset, as we discussed earlier, that you were able to connect with your customer base and have a very, very wide net of people that you were able to have in your sample. One of the cons of this system is that Ryan still will be kind of a threat to his information being leaked out. Facebook had 50 million users, and some of those users still had two-factor authentication and strong passwords, so he would still be in that threat of getting his personal information abused, which is always a factor that you have to kind of weigh. It would also be more of a time commitment, having to constantly change your password, as well as making a two-factor notifications. He would have to make it an effort to continue using this for it to be effective, so that would be a con. The third and final recommendation that he could choose in this scenario would be to continue using Facebook as is. In this scenario, he would not do any improvement to his password protection. He wouldn't use two-step notification or verification. He would just continue using Facebook as he has normally. This would mean to not delete his account, not do anything else, but to just trust that Facebook will handle this problem internally and not risk his information being leaked out to the public. For this, the pro would be you still get to use Facebook. As we said before, Facebook is a great service, and we're a marketing team, so we know firsthand that this service will be able to be very useful to have our customers get a stronger base. Again, the con would be you are extremely risky to getting your information based. In this scenario, we're kind of banking on the fact that Ryan doesn't have a whole lot of very important and personal information on his account, such as his bank information or social security. This would be more of a contact information that we would be risking him losing or whatever. So that would be the third option. As his marketing team, we will decide to give him the recommendation to have scenario 2 or recommendation 2, which is to continue using Facebook, but increasing his password security as well as two-factor verification and authentication modes. This would allow us to continue to have a strong base and have him do his job, which is to connect with his customers through Facebook and other social media accounts, but also give him more a connection with that and keep his password secure and his personal information.
So to conclude, in this current day and age, social media is too important, too prevalent in our lives in terms of connecting with others and building relationships. Therefore, we believe Ryan should continue to use the service. However, we do strongly suggest that he take advantage of Facebook's additional security preferences, such as changing those passwords and using the two-factor authentication. Facebook is, in fact, aware of these major recent attacks or hacks and is doing everything they can to prevent them from happening in the future. However, we have to see that there is no guarantee in having a fully secure site as of now. But again, the benefits to using Facebook just outweigh those risks. We would just very strongly suggest that he takes caution when he uses it and what he stores on that site and who he allows to see that information.
We have a couple outside references. The first is 10 tips to improve Facebook security. This is from tomsguide.com. These are just some simple ways to beef up your security and allow make it more difficult for hackers and people that are trying to get a hold of your information. The second is Facebook was hacked. 3 things you should do after the breach. This is from New York Times. Again, this is some tips to help improve and just a little bit of background information of what happened to Facebook and how the breach and attacks are so prevalent in this day and age. The third is Facebook's terms and services. It is on Facebook.com. This is where you see all the privacy notices. You see what happens if there's a security breach, what are the steps to take, and so. And the last one is from NBC News. This discusses the privacy standards of Facebook, and it goes over information about how social media and the web is so used and important in our lives, and the impacts that it could have when being hacked. Thank you.
Thank you.